And when you down, you around somebody to pick you up. I can't hardly walk past Deacon Vaughn. I said, Pastor, you doing all right? He picks my spirit up. You got to be around people that help encourage you. Because you look at the time we're living in, Dr. John, we're living in some perilous time. And that's why God led us this morning to Mark chapter 1. Mark chapter 1. Sister Aisha, we're going to pick up there in verse 29. It says, as soon as they left the synagogue, they went with James and John to the house of Simon and Andrew. They were brothers. This is Peter. Simon is also another name for Peter. They were brothers. Simon's mother-in-law was in a bed with a fever, and they immediately told Jesus about her. So she went to her, so he went to her, took her by the hand, and helped her up. The fever left her, and she began to wait on them. Listen, she just got healed and started serving them. That evening, after sunset, the people brought Jesus, all the sick and demon-possessed, the whole town together at the door. And Jesus healed many who had various diseases. He also drove out many demons. But he would not let the demons speak because they knew who he was. Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up and left the house and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. Simon and his companion went to look for him, and they found him and exclaimed, everyone is looking for you. Jesus replied, let us go somewhere else, to a nearby village, so we can preach there also. That is why I have come. So he traveled throughout Galilee, preaching in the synagogues and driving out demons. Sister Betty Elsie, if you allow me for a few moments, I want to talk from the subject. It's prayer time. Amen. It's prayer time. If you ever, and I hate to see every time God sends a good news reporter here in the city. We had Kevin, and God blessed him to higher heights. And God blessed Chevy to come be with us for a little while, and God blessed her to go to higher heights. So she got 2 more weeks with her. But if you ever look at the news there, in order for Chevy to keep her job, she got to keep reporting. If you look at the news, you'll say, Reverend is right, it's definitely prayer time. Because when you can watch the news and see children going to a schoolhouse and shoot the schoolhouse, it's prayer time. There's something wrong when you have fathers against sons and mothers against daughters to the point where they cannot speak to one another. That's prayer time. Well, you go to a funeral and you go to a funeral to celebrate the life of someone, whether short or long, and you may get shot at the funeral yourself. It's prayer time. When we live in a nation where we have a billionaire bully that's on his third marriage, that can talk about women private parts and don't get no recourse behind it, and still have a nation in chaos like this right now, and we still have to call the President of the United States. It's prayer time. When you got a few bad cops that make some of the good cops look bad because how they mistreat our African-American boys and girls and gun them down for the smallest of reasons when it could have been negotiated some other type of way, it is prayer time. I stopped by to tell you, you don't have to look at the nation, you can look at your house. You left folks at home in the bed this morning, it's prayer time. But when we look at our text this morning, we see how Jesus' married baby, as is recorded by the Gospel of Mark. Mark is the smallest gospel writer, but he has some powerful statements. He gives us about 5 different stories, all crunched up here together. Mark does not expound on it like John and Luke does, but he gives us these stories, explain to us that if we trust God, every situation we have, God can work it out. Do I have a witness here that can say every trial and trouble I have experienced, when I tried other stuff, it may help temporarily, but when I found out the power of God, God made ways that were everlasting, God will work things out on your behalf. Do I have a witness in the building? So we look at our text this morning here in the Gospel according to Mark. It says, as soon as they had left the synagogue with James and John, they went to the house of Simon and Peter. As soon as they left church, listen, you can be be at church all your life and problems are still going on. Don't think because you're in the synagogue, there's no problem somewhere in the world. You can shout all day long on Sunday morning and you still got problems at the house. You can pray, you can fast, you can read the Bible, and you still have problems. The difference is in believers and us, Sister Clark, is that when we have trials and tribulation, we don't have to have them by ourselves. We got somebody that'll walk with us. We got somebody to talk with us. We got somebody to tell you it's going to be all right. So when I go through trouble, I know I'm not walking by myself. Do I have anybody in here that say I may not be on the pole, but the footprints in the sand is because Jesus that had to carry me through life's journey. So soon as Jesus left the church with two of his disciples, he went to two other disciples' house where Peter's mother-in-law was sick with a fever. We don't even want to talk about fever because the flu is running rapid this season. If you hadn't had somebody on your road in front of you, behind you, just had getting over or dealing with some type of flu symptom right now. And so let's think about it. Peter was married, but he had given his life to God, and he dedicated himself to walk with God. But while he was walking with God, there was trouble at the house. They went to the house of Peter's mother, and she had a fever. And listen, when you call on Jesus, they say he went there immediately. When you call on Jesus, you don't have to tap. You don't have to vote on it. You don't have to have people on your side. He said when he got there, he didn't have a prayer, but he didn't get no oil and pour it all on the head. He didn't lay hands on her and knock her down. He said he grabbed her by the hand. And she got up. Instead of getting up and saying, I'm glad you finally showed up. That's when people I go visit the hospital and they say stuff that almost make me wish I didn't show up. Oh, by the time you make it, oh. Well, I just went to Hines to pick up my kids out of school. I got a wife at home with the flu and a son at home with the flu. But you fine like that I made it. Where your children at? She didn't complain, she didn't cry. She just was glad that Jesus showed up. Listen, it doesn't matter how long it takes for God to show up to your problem, your situation. You better learn to give him praise when he do show up. Don't have anybody in the building that say he may not come when you want him to come. But he'll show up right on time. Stop complaining about, I've been going through this all my life, week after week. Listen, if you're still going through it, God has given you enough strength to make it. You may be crying, but God will wipe all the tears from your eyes. They even say weeping may endure for a night, but joy come in the morning. Do I have anybody in the building that say, I may be going through, but I still got joy? I may not have friends, but I still got Jesus. He walked away, don't even pay child support, but we still had Mr. Meal because God shall never leave you nor forsake you. So Jesus went to the house. After he left church, with John and James went to Peter and Andrew's house, his mother-in-law had a fever. He grabbed her by the hand, she got up. And what did she do? She started fixing them something to eat. Start serving them. In other words, when God bless you, be willing to be a blessing back to him. God woke some people up this morning. You went in that kitchen, got something to eat, whether it was eggs, bacon, or a cold pizza. Still something to eat. And some people just put it in their mouth and didn't even say, thank you, Lord. But there's some folks in the building. I'm not old, but I was raised by old folks. There's some folks in here that remember having to eat a cheese sandwich. Somebody in the building beside me remember having to eat a tomato sandwich. And now God has blessed you to have more than enough. So when God puts some food on your table, you don't have to eat out the trash can. You don't have to beg for $2 for a meal. When God puts food on your table, the least you can do is say thank you, Jesus. So you may not be having a problem, but somebody got a problem. Soon as Jesus left the church and went to Peter's mother-in-law's house, she had a fever, and Jesus took her took up and helped her, and the fever left her. She began to wait on them. She began to serve them, whether she was serving them with food or helping them out. Listen, don't wait till God bless you again before you show him you thankful for the blessing you already have. That's why many of us cannot be blessed over again, because the last time he blessed you, you didn't want to wait on him. Listen, you better learn to give God some praise for what he already done. If you don't do anything else, he has already done enough. They go on to say, the next sermon that we can pull out of this, that they said that evening after sunset, the people brought to Jesus all the sick and demon-possessed, and the whole town gathered at the door. Many times when people see how God has blessed you, they'll look at other folks that stand in the need of the same blessing. That's why it's important for believers to stay close to God, because you never know who's watching your walk. Never know who's watching your testimony. Don't know who's watching your prayer. As soon as Jesus healed Peter's mother-in-law, they went and got other sick folks and say, this is where it is. Come on to the house. If he healed Peter's mother-in-law, I don't know how sick she was, but the sickness was strong enough that they went and got other folks in the whole town and said, come on to the house. Jesus healing down here. That's why you got to praise God when you don't feel like praising God, because somebody may need a breakthrough that God just brought you out of, and they may be standing in need of the same blessing. You may not have money, but you can still hold your head up. You may be sick in the body, but if you know your God is a healer, you're still giving praise, because you don't know who's in the town that got the same problem that you have. I don't care how bad it may be. You don't have a reason to complain, gripe, or moan, because somebody is dealing with something worse than you. Don't you know if God done it for them, he can also do it for you? That's why I give God a praise when you get a new car. That's why I give God a praise when you get a new house. That's why I give God a praise when God heal your body. Because that may be a time I need God to heal my body. You have about 5 people that have gotten to the place where you can praise God when he bless somebody else. It said that the whole town gathered at the door. You don't know what you're doing, but I just said thank you, God. Don't think people know you. Don't think it's a secret. People know you're going through a divorce. You put it on Facebook. They all in my business. No, you put it on the World Wide Web. So when you come out of stuff, you never know who in the town. That's why you can have somebody that spent 18 years on death row and come back and talk, because some of these kids would do stuff impulsively and not thinking that after I pull the trigger, it may cost me a lifetime behind bars. So that's why you need people to come back and say, listen, I went out with these guys, and mama told me not to go. I went out with these guys, and I had this on, done this, and got the drink, and I find myself, I was raped. You need somebody to come back to tell somebody the story. Amen. You got to understand that that's some stuff that was painful to you. You may can help detour somebody else from traveling down the same road. So the people came to the town. They were sick. It says Jesus healed many who had various disease. And let me help you out. Don't get alarmed when you don't get the healing in your time. Because Jesus don't heal you does not mean he's not able. Now that Jesus healed everybody, he healed many, he healed some, he healed a lot. If Jesus healed everybody, some people wouldn't come to church. Because if you had $1 billion in the bank right now, you wouldn't be here. Oh, yes, I would, Pastor. I know you would. Sometimes God got a lot of trials to come your way. They keep you to the place where you keep seeking him. It says he healed many. And you got to understand, because God does not work in your time or do what you think he should do, does not mean God is not able. The Hebrew boys made it plain that said, if God does not show up, our God is still able. I don't praise God for the healing. I praise God because he's able to heal me. If he don't heal me, he's going to keep me through my sickness. Do I have anybody in the building that know God is still able? I may be having trials and trouble, but it may not be like I wanted to be, but through what I'm going through, God is still able. It said he healed many. He also drove out many demons. He didn't drive out all the demons because you need some demons in your life to keep you praying. Demons are sent your way to keep you close to God. He said, but he would not let the demons speak because they knew who he was. And you got to be careful when you let them know who you are because they'll take away your power. People will bring up who you used to be. I remember you used to do this. You remember you used to do that? That's why when everybody talk at funeral because they'll bring up stuff everybody don't know about you. Brother Will, some of the people on the committee, they thought they were doing a good job. Brought one of my frat brothers up here to speak on my Happy Anniversary. I was just like, please don't let him say the wrong thing. You can't let everybody speak. Because they speak you out your blessing. They speak you from moving forward. That's the people. You tell them what God told you to do. If you let them talk, they'll talk you out your dream. So he said, do not permit them to speak. And early the next morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got away to a private place to pray. And Simon and his companions came looking for him. And they said, people are still looking for you. They're looking for you. Listen, I want to give you 3 points. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to holler, and we'll go home. Number 1, you need to spend some private time in prayer because you don't know what's in your next city. You need to spend some private time in prayer because you don't know what's in your next city. Jesus was in one city, preparing to go to Galilee. But before he went to Galilee, he was prayed up. Your next city may not be Effingham County, Liberty County, or Atlanta, Georgia. Your next city may be the next thing you have to face. You got to be prayed up because you don't know, if Mama here was saying, you don't know what tomorrow may bring. And so before Jesus went to Galilee, he went to a private place, a place of solidarity, and prayed. You got to have a prayer life before problems come. Many people don't pray until after the problem. Amen. Jesus was leaving where he was, and the reason he was leaving because after he had healed folks and cast out demons, the people were mad. And it was trying to kill Jesus. So he had to leave. Let me help you out, Deacon Parker. Everybody is not happy because you helped somebody. Everybody's not happy because you got a truck coming. Everybody's not happy because your wife drives a Lexus. Everybody's not happy because you stay on this side of town. There's some folks that's out to plot to kill you. But Jesus says it's time for me to go to a private place. And I'm going to challenge you today as believers. Pray not for what you already have faced, but pray for what you may have to face. Amen. Your next time. Amen. Because you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Number 2, refuse to go back after you don't pray about it. There's some things you pray about, and God tell you to leave or go, and you go back to it. Am I guilty of that besides me? So stuff that God has delivered you from, told you to go back, and you go back and revisit it. You ain't got to tell the truth, because what you may revisit may be in the building with you. Amen. Roll together. Amen. And you say, to the left what God had given me. That's the thing with Jesus didn't go back. He said, I'm going to start my Galilean ministry. That's the thing when you're in hostile situations, that sometimes God says, I got work for you to do. This is why I want you to. I want you to come and preach and teach. I don't want you to go back and fight and defend who you are. That's my job. A lot of you still trying to go back to the office and say, I didn't do that. I really done it. That's something they be guilty. They be trying to defend who they are, or they trying to do their thing. Listen, the truth don't need a kickstand. It can stand all by itself. You just keep on doing what God called you to do. do, and God will fight your battle. Do I have anybody in the building that know if you just do what God called you to do, he'll make a way for you, he'll fight your battle, he'll open more doors than ever been shut in your face. But you got to keep pressing toward the ball. But you got to pray. Because that's a place that God has delivered you from, moved on from, and it's easy to go back. Sarah looked back, and Lot's wife looked back and turned to a pillar of salt. So God said, pray, God help me move forward. It's a comfort zone. I've been there so long, and I don't know how to leave. I don't understand how a female can stay in a place where she gets beat up over and over. That's like, and physical abuse over and over. That's all she knows. She's used to it and comfortable. You might struggle a little bit, but your struggle, God will make a way for you. And you got to make a choice. Man, you got to pray. So not only must we find a place, a solitary pray, and not only must we not willing to be looked back, but you got to do what God called you to do. Look what it says. He says in Kodesh, it says, Jesus replied, let us go somewhere else to the nearby village, so I can preach there also. That is why I have come. God didn't call you to go to that job to fuss, fight. God didn't call you to that job to do. He didn't put you in that marriage. God gave you to redo what God called you to do. But many times the task that Jesus called you to do, it cannot be done unless you have a prayer life. Because if you don't have a prayer life, you lean to your own understanding. If you don't have a prayer life, you lean to what people are trying to tell you to do. If you don't have a prayer life, you lean to what Instagram and Twitter is trying to tell you to do. But I stop by to tell you, when you pray, prayer is just really talking to the Lord. And when you talk to the Lord, you don't have to tune up like the deacons tune up. You don't have to tune up like the preacher tune up. Sometimes you just got to say, Lord, help me out of what I'm in right now. Sometimes you have to say, Lord, have mercy. When it's really bad, don't think you just say, Jesus. Do I have anybody here where if you just talk to the Lord, he'll make a way for you? You may not be able to speak Spanish. You may not be able to speak French. But I stop by to tell you that if you just call upon the name of Jesus, he'll make a way out of nowhere. Yes, you got trials in your life. You got trouble in the home. Sickness in the body. But there's power not in Morris' name. There's power not in Colonel Jones or Dr. Jones' name. But there's power in the name of Jesus. You'll have about 10 folks in the building that know there's power that you can trample on the serpent's head. There's so much power that it'll bring your husband back home. So much power you'll turn a wayward child around. Do I have anybody in the building know that you got so much power that cancer got to flee? So much power the blood pressure come down. Do I have about 5 witnesses in the building? They say, well, I couldn't get to my deacon. I couldn't get to the preacher. I called on Jesus. And it made a way for me. That's why I want you to call on, because he'll pick you up, turn you around, and place your feet on solid ground. So when you got trouble in your life, don't get on Facebook. Don't tweet out to your friends. Don't Snapchat. But you just call on Jesus, and he'll tell you everything will be all right. It may be a little trouble right now, but hang on in there. You just face it. What other folks have met. You got trials. You got trouble. But something you got that the rest of the world don't have. I'm not talking about education. I'm not talking about stretch limousine. But I'm talking about you got Jesus. And if the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He made me to lie down in green pastures. He leaded me beside the still water. He leaded me in the path of righteousness. He restores my soul. Don't you know when you call on Jesus, he'll make a way for you? That's power. How you know he got power? Because the Bible said after they hung him on the cross, whipping from the 6th to the 9th hour, pierced him in his side, blood and water came out, dropped his head and locks of his shoulder. He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what he's doing. They're doing that. The Bible said he died, but on 3 days later, he got up. And the Bible said, not Morris, he got all power in And so when Peter saw Jesus showing up, his mama was healed. Somebody else saw they went and got everybody else. So I want to challenge you. Before you do any more marching and lighting candles, having signs and protesting, I want the believers to pray. Don't think this city, this nation is not experiencing all the stuff I happenstance. God knows what we're going through. God see believers in the street marching and singing songs that don't even go to church and pray. How you want a difference and you're not even praying? If we see after Selma, Alabama, and Montgomery and all that stuff, we march, but them same folks in church on Sunday morning. You got folks marching and protesting, they don't even have a church to go to. You pray, and prayer will change things. Give God a hand praise. And Brother Charles, I'm going to give him this one for free. Not only will prayer change things, but prayer will change you also. Won't he do it? Look around somebody that you ain't scared to catch the flu, give them a high five, tell them it's prayer time. Now if you scared, you better start praying right now. Let us stand all over.